3, 2. Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. What's going on?
Yeah. Now we got it. What's up, brethren?
Hey, you know the government messing with us, man. Every time we try to go live, they shut us down. But what we gonna do first? We ain't even gonna.
That's why I got on my Gucci Malcolm X glasses today, man. The government is trying to get inside and mess with this, but they're not gonna get in here. All right? We don't keep that free. The mind is free.
First thing we gonna do is, y'all know we normally get them, but first thing I want to do in honor, because my mama say we need to do this. My mama say, look, I done seen everything about this protest, and nobody put God first. And you know, God, whoever ride with God is gonna be the victor. So I say, look, in honor of that, for this show, we want to give honor to our God. Whoever y'all God is, we give an honor to. We love God. We appreciate it. We thank you for giving us everything. You've given us strength, and hopefully, we keep rolling and fight your fight, Lord. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you, thank you. And now we finna get into the first segment, and y'all know what the first segment is, because I got to go after him. His old Malcolm X, ooh, big body, hairline having. It's called Get In. What's up, Shay'De, man? What's going on? What you doing over there, man? I like your background today. You actually look good today. And I'm kind of scared. I've been going ham online. But that top lip needs a little bit of licking. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a little ashy. You look like the shiniest milk dud in the box, though. Look at that. Thank you. Right on cue. Shiniest milk dud. Oh, yeah, that's right. I see you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
You look like you use aloe vera.
I thought you had on a tank top with long shoulder straps because I see chest hairs. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I got you button up that button, man. It's a PG-13 show. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, like where my man?
It looked like you hang chains on your shirt and they just
Why your shirt dirty? Why your shirt look dirty? Your collar already look like it's been hung on. I mean, I get it. Okay. I see you look. It look like a gymnast shirt. It look like you about to do floor exercise with that shirt on.
Hey,
that's what you look like. What would Brian Bortano do? Figure skater shirt wearing? He look like a figure skater today.
Hey, I'm gonna tell everybody. Y'all see down here. Y'all see it's Terry's PayPal. His TD is funny. Now he knew that because he has one lens on Railway. He tried to get that motherfucker out so his left eye can see anything.
Man.
Get the other lens.
Yeah, man. I can watch Gucci.
Oh man.
He
lagging. What's up? Jeff B.
I was like, you know what? That was it. All right. First, the teeth showing.
What's up, Shanti? How you doing? Amen.
Yeah.
Jeff B. You see Jeff B.
I'm sorry about the delay, everybody. Sorry about the delay, man. Bo had to pay his cricket bill. He's the only dude in the cricket. They cut him off. It was like in 3, 2. Wait. No, I'm not. Are y'all serious? He's like, Shay, let me go ahead. Swipe this real quick. Hold on. Give me a few seconds.
I paid it now. I paid it.
He's the only dude streaming up. He's streaming on a flip phone.
First one to stream a flip phone. You lucky.
You know what I'm saying? Groundbreaking.
I'm cold.
What up with you, Jeff B? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Yes, sir. My boy. That's my big brother right there, Jeff B.
Jeff B in the building. Comic genius. Comic greatness. We're going to get him on the show, definitely. Hey.
Green tree
topics, hot button topics of the night. I'm gonna leave this with Shay'De because I got all our hot button topics from my homie, and he had a rant with Uncle Ruckus on here.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
he
man.
brought out some wonderful points. And one of the points that he brought up was the fact that we go to war and we destroy other countries. And we will spend money to rebuild those countries. And then we talk about there's no money to help in this fight. Even Trump had stated that he might send the military out on us, which is an act of war. And we're technically feel like we're in the war. So why, what you got to say about your own topic, Terry? Let's talk about this.
All right. Well, the expanded version of that idea started so when I'm looking at politics, I use a paintbrush. I want to look at the broad strokes. The details is I feel where things get, colluded or convoluted or however you want to put it. So when I look at the broad strokes of it, I said, hey, I remember all the presidents I voted for. And I voted for Bill Clinton. And I was like, I like Billy Clinton. Billy Clinton was cool, man. He left the country in the surplus. We had all kind of extra money. And then the Republicans got in office. And they took us, they were in power when we got into those two pointless wars. And if you weren't around, you don't remember, but it was two wars that made 0 sense. Okay. And, but it did make a whole lot of dollars because we ended up borrowing money from the entire world to fight this ridiculous war that didn't make any sense. And we put the country in so much debt that we elected a black president. Like, that's how bad, like the country had messed up so bad. The United States credit was represented by a black man who, normally we don't have good credit. So it just made sense. It was like, y'all know how to handle this type of lifestyle. We messed up the credit. Black dude comes in, like kind of does like the credit report fix thing on the United States, starts getting us back on track. Boom. Then we fall into this situation with DJ Trump. Now we're here with DJ Trump and the country's in shambles again. It only took a few years. And they're saying we're not going to have enough money to repair the hood when y'all tear it up. But when we did those two wars with G.W. Bush, we went and tore up countries, tore down regimes, and then spent American money that we didn't even have to fix this place that we just tore up. But we can't do that same thing at home. And that's just, broad strokes. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but that's how I feel about it. Why do we always have money? We can go borrow money to fix up a foreign country that we bombed, but we don't have enough money to fix up the hood during what's apparently Civil War 2.0. The hell we paying taxes for?
That is crazy. And then that would lead to your second point, which was, we paying taxes to people who represent us, but if they not representing what the people want, then whose ideals are they actually representing? You see what I'm saying?
Hey man, first of all, thank you for listening. That's crazy. You actually listen to my broadcast.
Bro, we listening to you. Before you answer that, before you speak on that, Miss Shanty, thanks for being a longtime supporter. We love you too. We know you went to high school with us, but don't ask us what happened because we were very bad in high school. So So back to our second point, Terry. What do you got to say about your second point, which is, you know what I'm saying? Why do we have these representatives in there if they're not representing what the people want, and whose ideas are they actually representing?
Well, this is what I want to do. I actually want to bounce off that point. I think most people it's either you're going to feel like that these people represent what it is you want, and that's why you elected those people, and then they carried out those ideas, or they ran on those ideas and then they changed it up once they got in office. But some people might feel like these people do represent them. They might really feel like this is what they want in office. So what I'm saying is right now, off of that point, I think we're really about to find out how much of the country feels like there's systematic racism and how much of the country feels like it doesn't, because the politicians couldn't show us enough. But now the people are speaking up. The people are marching. We're going into our second week of marches. Mm-hmm. Going into we've completed 2 weeks of marches. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And
we completed 2 weeks of marches, and it ain't stopping. I still hear bombs bursting in the air right now.
I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah. So I think the country is about to breathe it. But this is what we're going to find out, America, to quote the great big homie. America, listen, we're about to find out how racist America really is. We're about to find out how much systemic racism actually exists. We marching on it. We talking about it. We speaking on it. We about to find out.
Yeah. So
it's that time.
Hey, y'all give us our thoughts out there. Y'all send in y'all questions. Y'all let us know.
Man.
We started a little late, but those topics and ideas is something that we want to hit on. Shay'De's gonna hit on it later in his thoughts, and I'm gonna hit on it later as well. But you know, we got the next topic, and we got an artist coming up, and I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna let Shay'De introduce our beautiful next artist.
All right, great. Yeah, this next artist I had the pleasure of meeting while doing the Oakland Comedy Machine. You know, shout out to, you know, the summer comedy crew and everybody over there at Comedy Oakland. And I'd never met her before. She was up from LA to do the show, and she was tearing the competition up. It was like she was the one that we had to hurry up and we had to knock her out because this chick is too funny. You know what I'm saying? This chick is way too talented. So I was like, all right, cool. We kind of ganged up on her because she was funny. We had no way of winning unless we all got her out the competition. And she was cool. She was very graceful. So this is a person who I've watched ever since that, who's not just a comedian, but a producer as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, you know, from the East Coast now, living in the LA area, y'all. Please give it up, everybody, for Miss Zahra Ali. Y'all clap your hands, please, everybody. All right, it was just me. You only going to hear me and Bo. But what's up, Zahra?
Hey, Zahra.
Hi. Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's up? Hello.
What's going on?
People. Hello, people out in
Yeah,
the
welcome out.
world. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hello.
You know, a lot of my people were so excited when I posted that you were going to be on the show.
Really? I didn't know I had fans.
Yes, you have fans.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a trip, man. More people than I thought knew you in Chicago already. I was like,
every day that I may be more popular than I think I am. I don't know, because we're all in our houses right now, right? So it's like we don't know what's happening.
Definitely.
So tell us a little bit about the things you've been doing while you've been.
Ask her about the show, because I don't know if she can hear me, but we'll talk about the show.
Can you hear Terry?
No, I can't hear Terry.
Okay, Terry, come on out and then come back in.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't do nothing funny until I get back.
I'm just trying to work
So he wanted me to ask you about the show. He wanted me to ask you about the show you're doing.
Okay.
So what's going on with the show you're doing? Tell the people out there what's going on with your show, how to find you, how to see it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So I co-produce our show called Facial Recognition Comedy. We're currently only online right now. We're not doing live shows, but before the pandemic, we were touring around the country. It's basically me and a bunch of girls who look like me, you know, like a bunch of South Asian Arab.
There ain't no bunch of girls that look like you.
All right, bro, you keep on. You're going to get in trouble. You know your wife watched this show. You keep on flirting. You know you're going to get... John, I didn't know. When he saw you, he was like, I think I followed her already. I was like, what? How you know her?
I mean,
yeah, I thought
he probably follows a Bollywood actress who looks like me. You know,
that's funny.
That's the whole thing about. That's why you have the show.
But yes, so the show is called Facial Recognition Comedy. We call it facial recognition because Hollywood can't tell us apart. Hollywood thinks that we're all the same person. A lot of people who are not brown think that we're the same person. So we're all very talented stand-up comedians. So we do the show to showcase everyone how funny we are, and exactly that we are very different people with different point of views, with different jokes. And you know, Hollywood won't cast more than one person of color in a project at a time. So we're like, you know what? Let's cast ourselves in our own show. So this is what we're doing.
Now that show was recognized by a couple major publications, right?
Yeah, we've been on the New York Times. We've been in the Daily Beast. We've been in some major reputable newspapers, and you know, we're making waves. We have residencies in New York and LA. Well, right now there isn't really much anything going on, but yeah, you can catch us online at Facial Recognition Comedy. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we have a weekly podcast, and yeah, we got a YouTube channel, and all the comics that you see on there, like, we're all working comics throughout the country, so you can find, you know, you can find any of us on there online too. So
yeah, that's what. Now I want to ask you a question I've never asked you before, and I want to tell you something I did that I never do. But when we were doing this segment, I just sent the video over and I didn't even look at it. Like, you sent me some videos and I didn't even look at it. I just sent it to my boy and was like, she wants to play one of these two or these two. And then I thought about it. I was like, damn, maybe you need to look at it, right? Because I know you're funny. I just know you're funny, so it didn't matter what you said. I knew it was going to be funny.
Sweet. That's sweet.
Straight up, because you're a great technical comic. But how long have you been doing comedy?
A little over 5 years now. Yeah.
Oh shit! So yeah, you still kind of a rook.
I mean, I guess in a way, but also like I've been writing my whole life, and I started off as a writer, so
Oh, okay.
there's that. Also, like I don't know about you guys, but you know, like I'm a scrawny, wimpy little kid, you know, and so people pick on you. And when you're a person of color and you're surrounded by white people, they will pick on you too. So you got to have a sharp tongue, and you got to defend yourself with words, and you got to be able to roast people real quick. So you know, I've been roasting people 2-3 times my size for a long
First of
time.
all, it's not hard for anybody to be 2-3 times your size. That's an average human being. Tiny little human.
It is an average human being. That's for sure.
I'm gonna try to get my headphones on because I know we're about to get to your video.
Dope.
But real quick, Bo, do you have any questions?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I was looking at your Facebook and I see you post a lot of things about the movement, and I know you've been into it, but we're gonna expand on that. But when it comes to after all this is over, what is your plans for, like, have you been working out like a master plan while you've been on the COVID quarantine, and there's something that's gonna explode out when we get to see you?
Yeah, I mean, I have writing projects in the works. So yeah, I mean, like I'm working on stuff. You know, I'm also working with other very well-known name comics who have TV pilots and other shows coming out too. So, you know, in some capacity, you're going to see my work. Either it's going to be my own project out there on the big screen or on your TV screen, or it's going to be, you know, me writing for one of your favorite comics, you know, on their TV show. So there's a lot of stuff coming out from me, hopefully post COVID, and when things go back to whenever the new normal has us looking at new TV
Exactly.
shows, stuff like that. So yeah.
So you say you've been a writer. Is there anything like what was like you're like, man, I wrote that. Like you still can't believe that you wrote that. Is there anything out there like that? And where can I find that? Because I
Just go look on my Twitter, man. I'm writing gems every day. I'm dropping knowledge, I'm giving advice. You know, I've been dropping bars for a while, you know. Just because, you know, they haven't made me famous or I've gone unheard or unread for some time does not mean I'm not a writer, you know.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying you're definitely not a writer. I would never say that. What I just want to know as a writer, because I know I got things that I have putting up. It's like my golden book. Like I did that. And I know things that people have stolen from us that I'm like, that's my golden book too. I'm like, I wrote that and it made television. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
it wasn't saying that. It was just saying like, is there something that you like super proud of in your gut that's like, hey man, I can't believe I killed that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wrote this poem in 4th grade called "My Life Is Annoying," and it's published in a national book of poetry somewhere. So I guess that was my first piece of writing that was nationally published. And that was just me complaining about being the oldest kid and not liking my brother and sister. So, My Life Is Annoying by Zahra Ali. Go look it up, people.
No, now how could we have ever got to that? You actually were a published poet. See?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We got real life talent here. Like I had to pull that out of you. You see that, Shay'De? I had to pull that out of her, man. She wasn't even gonna tell me she was a published poet.
Published poet in 4th grade. Sure. I haven't really hit poetry since high school, but I decided to go towards like, you know, the stand-up comedy route because it's just, I mean, that's my first love, I think, for sure.
So do you actually still write a little poetry here and there?
Let me think. I write Like here and there, but I'm more of a fan of just like stream of consciousness complaining about all the men who wronged me. So that's more my lane right now.
Yeah, don't do that. We don't. You know.
Hey, Bo, ask her about the Black Lives Matter show
That's
they
been
did
getting me
recently.
a lot of credibility amongst my target demographic. You know, just roasting men. So like that's where I'm at right now.
So we probably need to get into your first video.
Okay.
And you did send us a video. When it comes to your comedy, Shay'De knows a lot about it. And look, he left. Oh, monkey. All right. So we're gonna get into your first clip. I think you sent this to him, and here he comes. He normally likes to intro these things, and but where this clip was at
Oh
the
my god, the screen's like it's like Matrix. It's like you, Terry, what?
Yeah, man. If you have any type of weird asphyxiations, this is not the show for you.
Yeah,
No, this is crazy. You guys should see what's happening on my screen right now. It's
See, what happened was he fell out, and then the app doesn't understand sometimes, so you got to do certain. Look, tell us about New York Comedy Club.
what?
Why'd you black mama her? Look, don't worry about what was going on the screen. Just tell us about the damn comedy club, Zahra Ali.
I can't hear you. I were you guys asking me something? I don't know what happened.
You can't hear me?
Yo, something weird is happening. I can't see you
Oh,
guys.
snap.
Hold
Hold on. What?
Well, I'm gonna go to the clip, guys. I'm gonna go to this clip, and we're gonna figure out this sound later. This is Zahra Ali, and trust me, this is hilarious, guys. Check this out.
No, I'm here because I have an announcement, you guys, and I'm here to share it with you. I turned 34 this year. And I'm here to share it with you. I turned 34 this year. Thank you. The women are supportive. The guys are like, what? I don't want to fuck her now. Sure, man, it's hard. I know. Some of you were shocked. I know I look young for my age. I do. Right now.
That's the technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. The sound. We're gonna figure this out. Terry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, no problem.
Could you hear her on the sound?
I can hear it, but it did freeze at one point. So let's just run it back from the top and see if it's the connection. Close any auxiliary windows or something.
Yeah, you know, man, you be kicking stuff off in the. You be kicking stuff off in the nation, bro. I'm trying to tell you, you know, that's your fault. You be doing shit out here.
Man, I ain't do nothing.
You got us out here looking.
I was just starting stuff earlier, but yeah, let's go ahead and get.
I saw you on your post starting stuff. So this is what we gonna do. We gonna try to bring this back, and we gonna.
Let's try to bring it back.
Okay. There we go.
No, I'm here because I have an announcement, you guys, and I'm here to share it with you. I turned 34 this year. Thank you. The women are supportive. The guys are like, what? I don't want to fuck her now. Sure, man, it's hard. I know. Some of you were shocked. I know I look young for my age. I do. Thank you. I know, I look young for my age, and you know this, right, ladies? The trick to looking young in your 30s is to wear a lot of sunscreen, drink a lot of water, and not be white, basically. I'm kidding. I love white people because you pay me, so thank you. Please keep paying me on time. It's great. I'm kidding. I shouldn't make fun of white people for not aging well. It's not your fault you don't age well. That's just... white people, it's not your fault you don't age well. That's just karma. That's a history. I'm really a science and a lack of knowledge. dominant, but whatever, I believe in karma, bitch. It's fine. I don't know. Your 30s are a weird age. Like, I'm in this weird age where I'm getting hit on by college guys and newly divorced Indian uncles. Like, Rajiv at the bar last night was like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Yeah? I'm like, I think I tutored your daughter last week. This is weird. I don't know, man, it's hard out here. But now that I'm in my 30s, I've developed this thing called standards. Yeah, ladies? Right, ladies with standards here. That's cool, yeah. So now I feel like I have some advice to share to my fellow women in their 20s. Do we have women in their 20s here? Yeah? Yes, women in their 20s are here, or as I like to call them, hoes. Love that shit. Women in their 20s love being called hoes. They're like, yes, I'm a feminism, I'm a hoe, yes. They're all about it until you get herpes and you're like, shit. Oh man. So for the hoes in this house, this is my advice to you ladies. I want you to have better standards, right? This year I want you to try harder, okay ladies? This year I want you to go find a guy who has a bed with a headboard. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? This was for support with somebody. In this world, right? There's guys who have headboard money and guys who do not have headboard money. Ladies, this is what happens, right? This is what happens. You walk into his apartment and his mattress is on the floor. No, yes, exactly. Yes, bitch, get the fuck out of there. You want to know why? Because he will cheat on you with a girl who has a better bed than he does. That's just science, you know? Alright, make that your new rule this year, okay? No headboard, no head for you. Headboard money in 2019. Do it, ho, do it. I did that joke last weekend and this guy yelled out from the audience like, but my futon got a railing though. Okay, don't be rolling up your air mattress and putting it next to your headboard. Oh my god. Headboard money in 2019. That's my type 3 minutes on headboards. What do you think? Yeah, I'm working for that IKEA sponsorship, okay? I'm gonna pay for headboards. I don't know. But me personally, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm looking for, okay? I'm looking for a guy who has a membership to Costco. Who's got Costco membership here? Yeah, anyone? Yeah. All right, the girls, of course. Yes, yeah, no, I'm looking for a guy with a Costco card because that guy is buying 4 bottles of ketchup at a time. That's commitment. He's not going anywhere.
I had to unmute everybody. Sorry, that was hilarious. Hey, Zara, that is freak hilarious, and I don't have a head for it.
I told you though. I said I didn't even have to look at it. I knew it was going to be funny, so just send it.
Hey,
and when I went to click on it, I listened to like 1.5 minutes, and I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Yeah, just send it, bro."
Hey, bro. That's hilarious.
Yo, can you all hear me? Are we doing this?
Yeah,
we're doing it.
Okay.
I know it gets weird.
I'm glad you liked the video.
Man, you know that was funny. You was laughing at the damn video. You actually laughed in that video.
You called it a video. Those are your
I have
jokes.
fun up there. I laugh, you know, I laugh at my own stuff.
Yeah, it's good when you have fun, but I think the audience, I personally always thought, even as a fan, I like it when I think the artist is enjoying the moment, not just performing the jokes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I laugh because laughing is infectious, right? So when I see my audience is laughing, and then I see the men feel a little hurt that I'm making fun of them, but I'm also, doing it with love. Like it's working.
Yeah, I gotta be straight up with you. That no headboard joke kind of hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a frame. I do have a frame, but at the current time, I do not have a headboard. So I was sitting there like,
times are tough, but it's just like it will happen. It will happen. Things start to come together for you.
This is my headboard year, Zahra. This is my headboard year.
This is your headboard year.
I'm getting a headboard.
After your Jesus year, it's your Jesus year, then your headboard year, and then eventually, maybe you get a good credit score year. Like all of it. It's like
one step at a time. One step at a time, right?
I got a question. Can you hear me, Zahra?
Yes, I can hear you.
So when you write your jokes, a lot of audience members on my other feed is asking about you. Where do you come up with these ideas? Is it just something that you live through, or are you just like?
Is it alcohol? Is it drugs?
Because some of us split 50-50. We'll do some reality with some stuff we create, or we'll just create, or we'll do 100% reality. How do you do your jokes?
Well, it's definitely all based off of reality, like the headboard joke, that was definitely lived experiences, like we've all, it's like you live and you learn, and then we all, like, I don't know about the ladies on this group, but like we all have those girlfriends that are sleeping with guys with futons and then like crying like, oh my God, he cheated. I'm like, girl, why are you crying over a guy who sleeps on a futon? Like, why?
True.
So it's just things you learn. I mean, your ratchet ass friends, like you learn from their mistakes too. And like pretty much, like a lot of my jokes are all pulled from like real things that happen to me or real things that happen to my girlfriends, day-to-day stuff. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about, not, this is a new question because I know Terry don't, we have questions set up for you, but because I know you're a poet now and heard your joke and you kind of rhymed it, no headboard, no head. That's some poetry. Right?
That was like a chant. That was like a picket chant.
I still get my poetic, my poetry in there a little bit, like I try to make quotes. Like when I'm joking about things, I try to make lines that people remember, because it's like, no headboard, no head free. Okay, so people will remember, oh yeah, I learned that from Zahra. I will get a headboard. I will become a better person,
So you a hater. You a really funny little hater, huh? Hating on us. Look, man.
I'm teaching people to be a better person through my jokes. If you feel personally affected, that's on you. Okay, that's not me.
Oh no, I ain't tripping. Okay, I'm good with I don't need no headboard, and I do get head. Zahra, okay. First of all, let's just start there. Okay, look, like, you know what?
So much emotion right now.
Let me say this.
That this, like, Terry is never gonna forget that ever.
I know.
Yeah, that got a little bit, man. I'm like, I look back, I was like, damn, I ain't got no headboard either.
Hey, let me say this. Hey, Steve said he definitely buys 4 bottles of ketchup when he go to Costco. So your Costco joke is hitting people too, because you know how that works.
Yeah.
And my wife, she hates she never laughs at me. So I don't know how to impress her, but she said you funny and I'm hard to impress. Super dope. So
oh man.
Yeah, man.
Out of somebody who I've been trying to make a fan out of for 20 years. Shit. I'm actually
nothing. He gets nothing.
I always appreciate when the wives like me, so that's good. Like that's demographic, because you know who's making the rules in the house and who's choosing whose comedy special you watch. It's the women of the household. So if I can win them over, I got America. I'm good.
Oh, you ain't lying.
So you saying you're trying to take over America?
I'm trying to take over every house. Hey, if Kevin Hart can do it, I can do it. Okay, he doesn't.
Y'all the same height. I don't see why not.
Oh.
Y'all, man.
I'm out here for domination. Why not? If he can be in Jumanji, I can be in Jumanji 4. All right,
that's true.
Damn straight.
That's true. That's true. Terry, what you got?
Well, not man. First of all, I really just want to say thank you for coming on our little show, man. We have fun here. We've been able to invite a lot of guests, but you are the first guest that is of Indian background, right? And I know you do the
Okay.
facial recognition show. Well, like you, well, what is your we're not guest? What is your actual
I'm
are
Pakistani
you
American, but I'm from Jersey.
Persian? Are you
I'm
Indian?
born in Queens, grew up in Jersey. Like I have Indian. I have some Indian in me, some Persian in me, but like predominantly Pakistani.
Word.
I'm brown. Okay, I'm brown. I get stopped at the I guess TSA fills me up every time. Like I'm that kind of brown. Like that's me. You know. I always get a little bit of
This
a
is
little bit of a
impossible.
breast exam at the TSA, lefty righty. That's I'm that kind of brown. So
Yeah, so you have been through, and I know you have. Do you want to have speak about what's going on? Because I seen, I have to look at all the guests, and I know you have a strong point of view about what's going on, and I'm sure you've been through things in your life. Um, what's going on with you? How do you feel about the climate? Do you want to speak on that? Talk about it a little bit.
oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I can speak on it. It's like we're all feeling it right now, and it is a very crazy time. But at the same time, I feel like maybe it was always this crazy, and because we all have cameras attached to our hands at all times, it's actually we're seeing the truth and we're seeing the reality come to life. So it's kind of this it's become this moment of reckoning, and now that all the white girls are on board, I feel like maybe there will be some real change now that the white people are chanting for you all. And like
Yeah.
I've always been a supporter of Black Lives, like ever since like the Black community was the first community in comedy to accept me and to take me on as their own and like give me stage time. And all my first, I moved around a lot as a kid, and my first friends were always like from the Black community. Like I learned hip hop at like 4, so like I've never separated, like I've never separated the Black community as like, different from me. But
Mhm.
I understand that you all have a very different history than I do as a child of an immigrant, um, from like a model minority, whatever they call us, because like I come from a background where, Pakistani Indians, East Asians, we all came over during the 70s and 80s because of an immigration act that was basically they only wanted the doctors and engineers and the cream of the crop. So systematically, now we have all these people of color in this country that are all like, the sons and daughters of all these engineers and stuff. And then we have the people of color who are the Black Americans who are descendants of slaves. And like systemic racism and all these things that were held like we are different. We inherited different circumstances, and you know I I realized over time that I'm still privileged, and even though I may be discriminated against because of Islamophobia or different things that happened post 9/11, I can never understand what a Black American goes through, but because I love you all and you all are my friends and I care about you so much, and I, I've always, I just think that humans deserve better. And there is no reason why you shouldn't be given every opportunity and more to succeed, and on top of that, you should be able to exist in this world happy and not kids shouldn't have to be worried about they're playing basketball in their driveway and being shot, or Breonna Taylor is fucking sleeping, she's an EMT.
Damn, it must be me. It is me.
There's a lot of craziness, and I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that all your voices are heard and there is movement, and hopefully there comes about more policy change and actual enforcement of it for you all. So I've been donating. I'm working with a bunch of different friends who work in companies that are matching 200% towards a lot of Black Lives Matter initiatives. Um, I'm not protesting because I'm in contact with people who are at high risk for COVID. daily. So I've been doing everything but I can aside from protesting in order to help. So if there's anything more you want me to do, I like whatever you want me to do, I'm happy to do it, and I'm happy to use my voice to support the cause.
So, and we definitely, you one of us. I don't care what you say. I don't know why people look. This ain't a black versus any. This is a civil rights movement. This is a movement of officers who think that they're better than civilians and treat them less than. I work in a town where there's a lot of trailer parks, and there's mostly white people, and they get treated. They talk to me about how terrible they get treated by the police, and I see it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's a poor thing. It may be a black thing because we are known to be in poor neighborhoods, but you know, it's not just a black versus white. It's a system versus people thing. And we just get the worst of it. And you get a trickle. I'm pretty sure, like you said, Islamophobia, people treat you guys terrible for years, especially after 9/11. Like you, it was like, it was
Anybody who looked like they were from anywhere near that part of the world.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like you feel our struggle. That's what we go through on a daily basis, but you felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, I felt it, but I can't begin to, you know, like I'm not the one whose parents and grandparents and great parents, you know, like I don't come from a lineage of systemic oppression in that way, you know, and I right now it's the issue and the cause is Black Lives Matter. Like, yes, fine, Muslim lives matter, like lives matter in general, you know, but like what we're all the change that we're trying to make is for y'all, and that's I don't care about anything else right now. That I mean, this is the cause, and this is what all of our voices and our energies, because part of the problem with this, you know, like not to get political, but it's on our side, on like the, you know, on the side for people, like there's a lot of mixed messaging, right? So, and that's why, say what you want about the conservatives and the Republicans, they get in line and there's one message and they follow it, and it might not be what we agree on, but they're able to make strides. Exactly. I think what we need to do on our end here is to get in line. Like, this is our message and this is the change that we want. And I'm thinking we, as in all of us, and like we want Black Lives Matter, and we want police all over the country to make some real change to make sure that they're not discriminating against you all anymore. So I mean, that's where I stand.
No, I mean, and I know real quick, Bo, because I know you've been supportive, because I was looking on your page and one of the shows you guys actually dedicated to Black Lives Matter, correct? Just recently?
Yeah, I did a Brown Lives for Black Lives Matter show with Masur Rani and Dino Badala and Asif Manvi, you know, like some bigger name comedians. And yeah, all those, the proceeds from that all went to the NAACP legal fund. So I mean, I'm doing the shows. I'm doing literally everything I can aside from protesting, because this shit is important, man. I mean, I've been on this side for forever, you know, like since I knew what social causes and social activism was, I've been on the side. Since my Black friends in the neighborhood were getting made fun of, like I've been on. I mean, I started roasting because that I learned it from y'all, you know. So I've been, yeah, it's been a long time.
Well, that's amazing, and we appreciate you, and we thank you. You know, I just want to say, because people think that comics are always just goofy and goofballs, and we decided to spotlight comics because we want to show that they are not only awesome and have a creative side, but they're also free thinkers and really, really, really smart. And a lot of comics read and have to go outside of the box. So people don't think that comics are political or have a real opinion. They think we just goofy. So I love the fact that we can sit down and have a real conversation with someone who's fucking hilarious as you. And you know what I'm saying? And we can get to the nitty gritty because like you said, this shit is fucking important. So we do appreciate you and we thank you. And then we love your opinion because we understand that this fight is not, and we marching with people that is not just our color. It's a lot of people out there marching. It's a lot of people out there fighting. So we appreciate everyone. And we know that you have a story and it needs to be heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm always happy to fight for y'all. But your point about comics, people thinking comics aren't smart or intellectual. No one is ever going to argue that Chappelle is not a genius. Chappelle, Chris Rock, Bernie Mac, like all these people are geniuses in their own right. And I often feel that a lot of comics are the smartest people in the room. They're just not able to articulate it in a way that everybody agrees with, you know?
Yeah, and I understand that, and that's what the conversation. Speaking of Chappelle, he did a stand up. A lot of people controversial. A lot of comics is loving it. A lot of people say he didn't make no jokes. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, it was his stance. It was his, and I thought a lot of it was funny. You know what I'm saying? But it was him being raw and real, and a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So trust me when I say people who think that way, maybe I just want them to know. And that's why I do this, because now they know. Now they know that. And now you can do what Chappelle did. And before that, you think we could really, as a comic, do a special like Chappelle just did? Be honest.
I mean, there's a bunch of comedy specials out right now that aren't really comedy. You know, you go on Netflix and like, you know, I wouldn't call them comedy specials. There's no like punchlines. You know, it's all about I was hurt as a kid. And, you know, it's different. You know,
Yeah.
So there's different.
But they think,
of comedy,
but those people think they're funny. Chappelle knew what he was doing.
Yeah. But I, you know what? When my special comes out, I promise it's gonna be funny. Okay.
Oh, we know. So give the people, Terry, you got anything to say before we go to throwing shade?
Guys, just follow me on all the social media.
Yeah,
That's all. Follow me for the next gig, for the next Zoom show. It's really Zahra. Zahra is spelled Zahra on Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to get on TikTok. I don't know if I could dance that good anymore. But, you know, just follow me, really Zahra, on all the things.
Okay.
And yeah, we got to get out of Chicago. We got to bring y'all to Chicago.
Oh, I can't wait. We were planning Chicago before the pandemic, but hopefully when we can do live shows again, you'll see us out there.
Y'all see already she funny, y'all. I know we got a lot of people to check us out in Chicago, so y'all see she funny, man. When y'all see facial recognition comedy, come back up. Remember what you saw today.
So
right there.
Guys, come out when I'm out in your town, okay?
Definitely. Now, Zahra, we're not kicking you off. You can stay if you want. It's up to you. We're going to go into our next couple topics, and, you know, we just going to respond to them. So it's up to you. Pull it down and go into Shay'De's next topic, which is throwing shade.
This is a tough one, man. It's been a rough couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that we need to open our eyes. I want to throw shade on people who apparently are not looking at the basic things that's going on right now. And I mean, I do want to make it funny. I do. I know. I get it. We're comedians, man, for sure. But at the end of the day, man, if you can sit here and look at the fact that there's a bunch of people being hung in this country, and that the president was doing a rally on Juneteenth that he conveniently moved to June 20th, right? If you can look at all those things and understand and come out with an understanding that this is not this isn't fuel for a racial feud in America or a civil war, you know you're lying to yourself. And I'm seeing it every week. You know what I mean? My boy Steve was constantly in the comments today making me want to bring up Ruckus. I'm not going to bring up Ruckus, but I have been arguing with a dude that we're just going to refer to as Ruckus on the show from here on out. Because Buddy is just, he's one of those people that would rather pick at the problems that don't matter and put light on those things than really pay attention to the root of it. It's just like Zahra said earlier. We know what all these things are about. Stop deflecting. I'm like listen, in my video I did on Sunday, right now, it's a very easy thing to fix this country. There's a very easy way to fix this country. And I'm going to say it like this, and everybody on this feed knows exactly what it is. I'm going to ask police to stop resisting. Stop resisting. You know it's bad. You know it's wrong. We understand that you've gotten away with things for a long time, but stop resisting the change that's necessary so we can respect you. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not about saying you were wrong. Forget it. It's not about saying we were right. Forget it. Stop resisting what you know is right. Stop resisting what you know to be true. Stop resisting those impulses and those urges that have been put in your brain to do things that you know are wrong. The way they've gotten away with beating the mess out of people right in front of cameras, screaming, stop resisting. Well, now I think it's your turn. So as far as throwing shade goes, it's to everybody who's not paying attention, including those police officers. If it's really as many good police officers as we are prone to believe, well, let's see. Stop resisting. That was a poetry piece I wrote because Zahra was on the show.
I don't know, but that's real though. Like,
that was my piece.
Like, to your point, and I actually, this is, a lot of people want me to talk about things on this show. It's crazy. And you don't think that when you get something like this, you get so many opinions, but then you start getting opinions. So one opinion I got from a beautiful woman that I married to about that resistance, we were watching the Chicago police fire FOP, like the union leader, go crazy.
Oh yeah, for turning over the police. Yeah.
The disrespect, Lori. Tell every officer if they kneel or even sympathize, basically sympathize with the protesters, G. Not the looters, not the rioters.
Yeah.
The protesters.
Yeah.
Then they will be fired and fined. Bro, not the looters, not the rioters. We talking about the peaceful protesters. Y'all can't even go in with the peaceful people? Like, that's where our police going? So that's what you say when you mean stop resisting. Y'all actually creating the divide. Officers are quitting because of this. I don't know what to say.
You see what's happening. The movement is in place. The people are speaking and you're fighting it. You know what I mean? That's what I don't understand. It's like, yo, this is real easy. If enough people say it's wrong, chances are it's wrong. We locked Bill Cosby up because enough people said he was wrong, right? Mm-hmm. We said Weinstein had did enough wrong, and we all just did that, right? And we have the whole Me Too movement, and we all supported that. These people are wrong for the actions that they did. But as soon as we got the police officers, they was like, wait, no. Y'all took it too far. No, man, stop resisting. This change is something that's happening across humanity. This is not just happening this is a catalyst for the change that's necessary in this country. Something as simple as this right now. We get police reform where they say, hey, y'all can't just kill people and get away with it. That's all we're saying. Why is that such a big deal? Black people saying, hey, can we get arrested and not get killed instead? They're like, no, y'all got to die. This is what we got to bet. This doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. And it's mind-blowing, and we don't understand. And which definitely leads us to the next topic, which is our unsung hero. And this week, our unsung hero has been trying to tell us for almost 20 years what's been going on, but we haven't been listening. So I'm honored to have this guy as my unsung hero, because obviously everybody who know me knows that I'm the biggest fan of my homie, and this is birthday. Shout outs to the big homie.
Yeah, and we got him on the show too. He's calling in. Just so y'all know, Pac is gonna be calling into the show live.
Pac is calling into the show. Y'all just don't.
Yeah, we pulled out all the strings.
So y'all need to get down and share this right now, because Pac finna be on this show.
Share it right now. Exclusive interview with Tupac Shakur himself. Picture with his picture. We have an interview with Tupac Shakur's picture, and he looks like he's ready to answer questions.
But speaking of the birthday,
hey Pac, how do you feel about the current state of government? I think the look on his face says it all.
Hey, you know what? I know how he really feel about the current state of government. Hey, Pop, how you feel about the?
Hey, I want to ask you a quick question before you jump all the way in there. I want to know what you pulled up. Are you gonna pull up the Cody joint, or are you gonna pull up the article about the what happened in Oakland?
No, we're gonna pull up the Cody joint. So lead us into the Cody joint.
All right. Well, some of y'all might have heard this before, but I think it's very important for people to hear this again, man. See, this is the difference. Just like we're spotlighting artists, this is why we can spotlight somebody like someone like Tupac Shakur, whose birthday happens to be today. If I'm not correct, am I correct, Bo?
Yeah, today is his birthday, June 16th, 1971. Mama gave birth to a hellraiser.
Gave birth to a hellraiser, hell of a son. All right, you're right. You're right. I should have known that, but I just wanted to make sure because we shouldn't celebrate Tupac's death. But what some people don't understand is that man picture on the screen who died when he was 25 years old was incarcerated before he ever breathed a breath. That he was locked up inside of his mother's womb. He was locked up while he was in his mother's womb, Assata Shakur, fighting for the freedoms of black people. And even though he was an artist, Tupac is the son of a revolutionary who also is a revolutionary. A lot of people think he's just about the music. The reason why he's such a giant figure in not just hip hop, but in humanity is because Tupac was bigger than rap. Rap was simply one outlet. He was a decent actor. I don't want to say he was Academy Award winning, but he can hold his own on screen next to a lot of mainstream actors today. You understand? So this is a man who was bigger than just the music, bigger than just the movies. He understood that the advancement of black people was important. That's why he did things like change the name nigga and make it an acronym, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Simple things like that he was doing to empower the culture. So it's bigger than music. That's why he's the best in most people's eyes. That's why he's the greatest, because he's a revolutionary. Now, this clip that we're about to play, Tyrese actually put this up on his Instagram. That was the first time I saw this maybe a few years back. And it blew my mind because I saw certain things that were implemented. And after you hear this, you might understand the same thing I did. That some people quietly tried to carry out what Tupac Shakur's mission was in being a hip hop artist. And I think you'll understand. So I'm not sure how much of it we're gonna be able to play because you know they've been messing with our feed, but you know that's the setup for it. This is a conversation, a candid conversation that Tupac did not know was recorded between himself and Monster Cody. And some of y'all know who Monster Cody is. You can look him up, you know. But you'll get a better understanding when you hear what's up.
All right, check this out, y'all. My dog Pop. What's up, Meech?
Sanika, what's up? You got two player. Hey,
They're trying to shut us down, y'all. Government trying to shut us down. We won't let them do it. Say what you gotta say, Pop.
Sanika, what's up? You got
See,
two player. Hey,
government.
I got the message you was trying to send.
They won't let us do it.
You know, they had me on the Hannibal Lecter trip. Yeah, I was wondering what happened because they do that to me too when I was up in there. Yeah, I heard. Certain people I couldn't write to, like Matulu, they opened my whole letter to him. Oh yeah, well you know I would get at Matulu, but I'll go around a long way, right? Through this cat named Robin. Or I get at Watani, I go another way too, right? But I was scared to do that shit. I didn't want nobody else to get the letter because this other cat wrote me and said that you talked to him and it was cool to send it through him, but I was like, shit. Yeah. I know he said that. Right. Everybody know I'm trying to get at you. Hey, that was a good shout out you gave me, man, in the vibe, man. Oh, you know it's all real, man. I've been trying to tell you to your face for the longest. I'm telling you, hey, but you do you remember? You don't remember when we met, huh? Nah. Over McCool. Watani said it was up in L.A., right? Straight up, man. I don't remember that shit. Me, you, I'm telling you who it was. It was me, you, it was Yakasizwe, Asanea, Dara. We was kicking over Makungu's past. I still don't remember that shit. Yeah. You know, I'll be butted out, though. I know, homie. Hey. That ain't no secret. Hey, you got my number here, though? Nah. You called me, remember? But I got that number from Mo. He was with me. He dialed the number for me. Okay, take this number down. Okay. 909 243 2889. 2889. Hey, you know we start shooting the movie next month, right? You do? I'm telling you, man, I want you to play me, man. I want to play you. Okay, dig this. Nobody play you. Dig this. Check us out. The producer, the director, right? Is Antoine Fuqua, a young brother, 28 years old from Baltimore, right? But he's straight up cat like us, right? And he's a good cat. We got hella pull with him, right? We ain't even did casting yet, man. You know? You got to put me down.
I'm telling you.
Got to play.
I'm telling you, I didn't see your shit. I just seen Juice.
Oh, you did?
No. Cause I was locked up all them years.
Oh, shit.
I just seen your shit, man.
Word.
Yeah.
I just
wrote the ring. What was that, last night? Yeah.
When I was up in that jailhouse, I wrote one, too. I'm supposed to be getting that shit together. What else you doing, man?
Hey, man, you wouldn't believe I got some dope-ass lyrics.
What?
I'm serious. I got some shit called Level 5 that's bomb shit.
What?
Straight up. Hey, I'm talking about, hey.
You got to come in the studio then.
I'm telling you, I got some shit.
So when you going to come through?
When can I come through?
Anytime you want. I'm in the studio every day. I'm finishing my album. I'm doing a double album this Christmas called All Eyes on Me.
Hey, man, hey, I
got the song with Dre. I got the song with Roger. I got a song with George Clinton. That shit is fat. Hey, I got Sister Soldier coming. If you come, nigga, we could do the bomb.
I'm telling you.
Together.
Hey, check this out. I'm telling you, that shit you shot, man, So Many Tears.
Yeah.
I mean, I burst out in tears when I heard that shit.
You like that shit?
Man, you shot that shit. I'm telling you, yesterday I was cleaning up the pad, and I was, me and my wife, right? And I'm cleaning up the pad, and Lord Knows was on, right? And the last verse, that shit hit me and froze me, man.
That's the one, man.
Man, hey, homie, I love the shit out of you, man. You shot that shit. I'm telling you, brother. I'm telling you.
You my player. I was telling you, it was this letter I was trying to say to you, man. When them dudes put out the pistols to me.
Man, who was that, man?
It was these fools from New York, this gang out there called the A-Team. These fools was mad because I told them I wasn't fucking with them no more.
Man, them motherfuckers, I was mad as hell about that shit.
But when they pulled the pistols out, I swear on everything I love, first thing I thought about was reading in your book when you was talking about how you felt when them niggas drew down on you.
Ain't that cold?
Exactly how I felt. The setup, the shit you was talking about, how you just look up and the nigga be like, boom,
right there at you.
Everything was just like that.
And when I was reading about the shit that happened to you, I was like, man, this shit is straight like parallel to me.
It's exactly
I'm telling you, can't nobody
bug me out.
Man, I'm telling you, we start shooting in December, man, and no later than January. And our propaganda's doing it, right?
Oh, that's good.
Propaganda's doing it with Polygram. And the shit is already, man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna plug you in, man. I'm telling you, can't nobody do this shit but you. We're gonna have that Shakur thing.
Alright, I'm gonna blow it up.
We're gonna have that Shakur thing.
Hey, I represent it for you. I'm telling you. All of New York. I got all those New York dudes who hate the West Coast screaming out your name.
Handling that shit.
I was passing your autobiography to niggas because they didn't understand the West Side.
I'm telling you, hey, I seen you on BET one time. It was you and John Singleton, right?
Yeah.
And you asked John Singleton, you read that book, Do or Die? And he said, have you read Eat to Live? And Watani was there, too. Yeah. I've been following you, brother.
Yeah, man. Niggas, John Singleton a coward, though.
Yeah, now I also heard what you did to the Hughes brothers.
Yeah.
I read that article, that interview Dream did with you.
Yeah. Hughes brothers was cowards, too.
Yeah.
Man, I just been struggling out here looking for you, man. I need some help, man.
I'm telling you, hey, I'm here, brother. Whatever I can do, man, I'm telling you straight up. I want to plug you in.
Got to, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Pocky.
And I want to get this organization started with you. Only we could do it. Let me tell you the idea.
All right.
It's like we start like this youth league, right? Like football league, basketball, football, softball, for girls and boys. I'm going to get all the rappers to adopt a team.
Right.
Each rapper have his own team. Coolio have his team, Tretch have his team, I have my team. And we play. And the rappers the ones that put the money up. We get the field, we play. We have like the churches come out and sell food.
That's real.
We had the fathers and the uncles and all of the men in the community, they do security.
Right.
Get their respect back for the kids and everything. Then we had the FOI come out. We had the deacons from the church. They do security. And we just play football, baseball, get that community spirit going again.
I'm with it,
Then on the weekends, we have block parties. All right. And every rapper got to get up. Every rapper, nigga, if you got a record out, you got to get up for us. You got to come do a free show for the hood.
That's real.
And it's like a little tour. We do that. And we get all the communities back together. And I'm talking to Al Sharpton about this, some other motherfuckers with some power. And then when we do that, we register the voters. And if we can register them for Democrats, Republican, or Independent. Once we register the voters, we have power. Then we start going up to the mayors of these cities and telling them, look, we got this many voters in this city. We want you to do this. We want a community center. We start hitting up Nike for the free clothes, the computer stores for the free computers for each community center. And if they don't, then shit, that's how many people we have in those cities we can regulate. You know what I mean? If we telling the mayor, nigga, if you don't do this, then we ain't gonna do this. If we telling them we can clean up the streets, I'm gonna have all these tough-ass, supposed to be gangster rappers. We're gonna all get in the van. We're gonna travel. L.A. got to be the last place because it's going to be hardest. But we can do New Jersey, all of that. We're going to drive to all these drug areas, right? Imagine me, Redman, Tretch, Ice Cube, them type of niggas getting out, going up to the whoever's the main drug dealer on that block. Who runs shit? If we get out of a van, be like, what's up, nigga? How y'all doing? What's up? Yo, who the nigga that runs shit? They going to take us to that nigga. We invite those niggas to dinner. invite them niggas to some Dom Perignon steak and lobster and be like, look, player, we asking you, not telling you, we asking you as a player to a player, can you please give us a pass to have these streets clean from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Right. Let that be for the kids. Let the niggas be safe during those times. No gunshots, no drug dealers. From 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., y'all can have the streets back. But let us get the streets from these times. Then we can get these politicians. I talked to Al Sharpton. He said he can get the police to like chill out on those nighttime patrols if niggas can get the streets clean from 6 to 11.
Hey, but and you know.
Hey, we could play that day, man. That thing goes.
I know, man.
But we had to put that to a point. You know what I'm saying? And he was making some strong points that we need to definitely hit on. You know what I'm saying about bringing the community together. And even back then, this was 95, 94. Al Sharpton was telling him that he can get the police to relax. That means the police was purposely doing this back in 94. So imagine what they doing in 2000. Yep.
Exactly. Wow. But I mean, that's the thing. Like all of our leaders, all the people who had those type of voices in the community are gone. There's no leader of this particular movement right now. There's no figurehead at the front. They've all been cut down. Now it's just the people. We've heard the stories, we heard the blueprints, and if you pay attention to what he was saying about doing the free concerts, doing the sporting events, you know, him and Snoop. Exactly. That's why they killed him, because him and Snoop he talked to Snoop, and Snoop picked that up. Snoop did the football league, and he gave back to the kids and the community, but you know, it didn't spread as far as it could have if Tupac and Snoop would have maybe been behind that. You know, but it's our duty to take care of our own communities, and it's the duty of the people who have the respect of those communities to use that power to do good. You know, you can't just make money off the hood.
That's real.
You got to invest back in the hood too, and it doesn't cost you much more than time.
So we definitely want to give a hood hero. You know, he's still our hero. He's still leader. He's still passionate, more passionate about our fight dead than a lot of people are alive, especially a lot of these ruckuses out here. And even now, you know, they doing stuff, you know, but I see that, Steve, but still, you know what I'm saying? Even though I hope that transcends on. You know what I'm saying? Black people are always the last in line, but we hope it transcends on. And if we stick together, togetherness seems like the key, y'all. Like staying together. Sir. Even Pac just said it, on one accord. Fuck all that other shit. I don't care if you think the police might be right. Fuck that shit. If you black, you need to be on this black side. Period. Let's get the civil rights
and if
going.
You're not black and you know it's wrong, you need to stand up. If you brown and you know what's going on, you need to stand up. If you tan, if you any color, I don't care, red, purple, blue, aliens. If you from Mars and you listening, hey, we need help. I don't care where it come from, man. Okay, stand up.
Hey, God gonna help us because that's who leads us. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? People fail to realize, you know what I'm saying? Well, Mama's saying that, like, look, they don't want to show God in the media. I know, Mama, they're not going to show that there's pastors out there marching and praying. That's why half of this kneeling happening. What you think they're doing for 8 minutes? They praying. You see what I'm saying? Like, stop. Yeah. Like, they don't want to let us know the truth. And we think that the media are going to tell you the full truth when they've been lying to you for the longest, telling lies to your vision. Didn't you hear that before? I don't know.
That's why it's the television, telling lies to your vision.
We're going to get into our next FaceTime. FaceTime, yo. You know what? My topic this week on FaceTime, honestly, I'm just going to extend into our other topics because I don't think we got into it enough to even talk about it. And my brain was so blown earlier, and I made his statement a hot topic, and it's also going to be a topic for me. Go ahead.
Are something? You still using this Glamour Shots photo for FaceTime?
Yeah, you didn't like the other one. You didn't like the other one.
Yo, deep thinking.
Steve told me to take
Face
the
is
other
a
one
deep
off.
thinker. It's time to have faith. No, I'll just mess with you. It's cool, man.
Steve told me to take that one off.
He said, take this one off too. Just use the FaceTime logo from Facebook or Apple. Don't put your face on it. I'm so sick of these black. Is that black and white, or are you really just that black that is negative?
No, that's my color. You see
background color, but the picture is black and white. Wow.
Hey man,
all right.
I work hard on them graphics, man. Shit.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop it.
I really did. It
I
took me about 3 minutes to make all 5 of them.
I believe it.
Nah,
but go ahead.
You know,
this is your time.
I'm gonna give FaceTime. This is what I'm gonna give FaceTime to. My FaceTime goes to. Actually, I want to make it funny this time. I ain't even gonna get serious. My FaceTime goes to the people who you can tell. The people who you can tell how old they are by what they put shit on, right? I heard a girl, I ain't even had to turn around. This girl in the mall said, I put that on my grandmama. I knew she was under 30. I knew she was under 30, but she was arguing with another lady. And she said, I put it on my mama. I knew that bitch was over 30. You knew she was over 30. Now, she was with her husband, and he had gray hair. This dude said, I put that on the boss. Now, Terry, you know, somebody put something on the boss.
I've heard that sentence before. Stack them tall, don't stack them at all. So, you're like, oh, wait, it's time to go. Somebody just got serious. I'm backing up.
So if y'all know anything that if y'all, my fans out there, y'all out there commenting, let's continue this trend. How old, what do people put things on in your life that you know how old they are? So as I know when somebody says, I put that on 4 of them, they probably under 20. Right? 4 of them, that's for people
under 25.
You know
under is 25 for sure. On 4 of them?
Under 25. On 4 of them? Yeah, you already know.
25 on phone. now.
So I just wanted to get
on Hoover's head. If you put it on Hoover's head, you're over 40.
Yo, say that again. Say that again.
Like you don't know him. Yeah.
You all lagging, bro. What you know? Yeah, I don't know. Either way, FaceTime. It's a fried chicken. You know. Hey, but either way, I know how old people is by what they put stuff on. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how old you are. Stop putting stuff on something. And I know you really old when you putting stuff on when you are like, man, I put that on my flip phone. On the flip phone. Did you say that? Steve talking about on Stone, on Hoover. Hey man, but that's, you know, they was born in the 80s. But they said Hoover and Stone. You know it. Now they say on Pete Stone, they about 64.
You're over 60. Yeah, you're over 60. If you say, oh, I know about the Black Pea Stones, if they say the whole name, if they say the Black Pea Stone Rangers, they over 70.
He over 70. If you say
no question. If you say Black Pea Stone Rangers on the fin, meet you stupid.
You just got out of jail. If you say Ranger.
If you say Rangers, you retired. Legally and physically.
Oh, shit.
Black Pea Stone Rangers used to be all tough on the south side.
Oh man, that was a little FaceTime, man. Just try to get y'all guys a little humor in the middle of all this craziness, because we did talk a lot of serious. Yeah. We gave a little bit of Zahra, and I just wanted to talk a little bit of funniness. So Thank y'all for joining in on FaceTime. And
You could have started with that gymnastic t-shirt you got on if you just wanted to be funny.
hey,
Your 88 Olympics, Robert Kane, the blue edition.
Man, because I got a turtleneck t-shirt and you got you got a dunk neck t-shirt on.
Did you call that a turtleneck t-shirt? You got a mock turtleneck t-shirt on? Is that what that is? Hey, you proud of that, dude? That's what Steve said, El Rukin. Steve, you old for even bringing up El Rukins. I can't believe I ain't heard that in 20 years.
Hey, I ain't heard of an El Rukin in so long. Golly.
It's 20 years. He said the El Rukins. It's like you might as well bring up the Mickey Cobras. Any Mickey Cobras out there want to check in?
Any Mickey Cobras in the building?
Four Corner Hustlers want to check in?
Hey, it's time for our...
It's all love, man.
Hey, man, you know, we got a lot of road stories, and one of a road story this week, but I have. And my road story has to consist of, it has to, you know what I'm saying? It has to, because I said, right?
What you got?
So my road story is when we went, me and Shay'De went to Santa's Village. Do you remember that?
Santa's Village?
When we went to that theme park.
In Indiana. I'm trying to remember. What did we go to Santa's Village for?
Santa's Village. What was it called? We went to Ohio. It was the first time I took my wife on the road.
Oh, you talk about first time we went to not Cedar Point, Kings Island.
Kings Island. Do you remember?
All right, what we was doing the show in Ohio too. I can't remember where we was doing that show at though.
Do you remember that time we went to look at everybody going in? Do you remember that time?
Right.
And we saw all.
Steve is a professional gangbanger. Yeah, he's named all the gangs in Chicago.
But you remember when we went to Ohio and all those Ku Klux Klan, they had the rally, and we had to turn around. You remember that? We didn't even end up going.
Do you know what's funny? It sounds kind of familiar, but it's been so much racism, it's hard to remember all of it.
So,
because you try to block it out once it's over, you don't even want to think about it.
So we went to Ohio, and we thought we were going to do this wonderful show. And the thing is, I was trying to show off with my wife to be back then. I was showing off. So we had this lovely one double bed hotel room with me, Shay'De, and my wife.
Oh yeah. Spare no expense.
Romantic,
yeah,
like
turn
your back. I was like trying to be romantic and like, hey, just turn your back. Don't look at us. Let us have this half of the room.
I was like, okay. Pretending like I'm snoring. I'm like pretending.
Don't pay attention to him. He ain't even in here. Like that big nigga right there. This nigga all body.
He drunk. Terry drunk.
So we did have a good time.
But yeah, that was the first time we rode. That's matter of fact, that's the only time I've been to Kings Island in my whole life. Exactly. And we got a chance to ride the Son of Beast, which does not exist anymore. And that was the only roller coaster in the world with the steel loop.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they eventually tore that down.
Yeah. And
it was sick. Wooden roller coaster. Like imagine for everybody in Chicago, imagine an eagle with a loop.
No, they got that now. It's the what's the name of that joint? It's like what the bucket, what you call it? What to call it down? They got it now. Somebody say it. Whatever it is, they have it. It's the first wooden roller coaster with a loop. They done had it for a couple years. There's no handles, no handrails, nothing. You have to put your
just like the Son of Beast.
Yeah, there's no handrails at all. It's one little hook you grab. That's it. There's nothing else. You be elbowing the shit out of whoever next to you, trying to put your hands.
Old school roller coaster rules. But dude, we rode Son of Beast and we rode the Beast, which is in my opinion, the world's first hyper coaster. It wasn't quite. It was over 70 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. But the length, if you remember, the Beast was so long, it had 2 lift hills.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did half the roller coaster, then it had a whole nother lift hill in the middle of the roller coaster, and then you did a whole nother roller coaster. It was like that was one of the illest, and that's like comedy. It takes you into weird places and it allows for you to go have experiences you might not have had normally. Because we just did that on a whim. That was not planned.
No. But do you know why? Do you remember why you don't remember a show? You don't. You probably blocked it out.
No.
You don't remember why we don't have a show, because when we were heading to the show, we tried to go and the street was blocked off. It was a KKK rally. Police told us, turn the fuck around. You don't remember that? Like, we had a whole thing with the police, like, what the fuck is this? And then we stopped. Like, you know what? We shouldn't argue this shit. And we turned the fuck around and we never did.
That does sound kind of familiar. Like, are we arguing to go through a Klan rally? That does sound kind of familiar.
Yeah,
bro.
we was started to, and then we was like, hold on, bro, what the fuck is we doing? Then we turned around and went back to the hotel, called the motherfucker. They was like, we know we ain't doing the fucking show. That's how we ended up just, it seemed like it was a vacation.
Oh, yeah, they paid for the hotel and everything. I think we had took a deposit, if I ain't mistaken.
We had to pay for shit. We didn't even pay to go to whatever Santa's Village, wherever we was. I keep calling it Santa's Village.
Yeah, Kings Island. We didn't pay to go. How did we get the free tickets? I remember that. Santa's Village.
Yeah. I went to jail. Michi said he went to jail on the road. We know, Michi. We talked about your road trip.
I know, Michi. We holding on for your episode so we can talk about that.
Michi, we need to get you definitely
some. I'm over Baghdad in jail. I can't never hear that song without thinking about Michi talking to that police officer, man.
Hey, Michi said, I'm a comedian. He said, well, this better not be on Comic View and put your ass in handcuffs.
Don't step out the vehicle. You know, because when they the state troopers, they don't say vehicle, they say vehicle.
Oh, they definitely say vehicle. Hey, y'all, you know, this has been a wonderful show. Throw a little recap in. Hey, man, we had Zahra on this show, and she is a beast, bro.
Dope chick, man. Dope comedian.
Man.
Dope comedian.
I hadn't watched the clip before you said that. Normally I watch their clips, but because you said, you like, no, she's super funny, I wanted to get my natural reaction. So I did not watch it, and that's
why I only watched half of it, bro. I watched half of it. I told you, I went and looked, and I was like, let me make sure. I had already sent it to you. I was like, let me see what I sent. I was like, oh, okay, you was right. You good. She funny.
Y'all make sure y'all follow Zahra. It's really Zahra is down there. Her Zazzy, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, her Venmo is at Zazzy.
So y'all can send us some money, but send us some money too.
Tip us. All the guys that normally go to strip club, tip her.
But she was funny and she had a lot of.
You need to get back in the habit of tipping.
Right. Start tipping now. Send them dollars. But you know, she had a lot of political points, and that's why I want you guys to know that comics are all over the place. A lot of us are businessmen. A lot of us are political. A lot of us have really good opinions. Some of us don't. Trust me. That's why they ain't on the show.
Some of mine are stupid. I know. But I see him anyway because this is America. I don't have to make sense. My president don't make sense. Why y'all gonna hold me to a higher standard than the president? I should be able to make stuff up too.
Hey, Zabadoo with that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, COVID-19 is a China virus. Racism is the Caucasian virus.
Time out. Let's finish this off with one more topic. I got one more special edition topic. My Cash App is on there. It's down there, Robert Kane Comedy, and his PayPal is TD Funny. If you want it, Michi, you can send some money. Robert Kane Comedy, send them $3. I send $1 to each one of their ads. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we're gonna split it anyway. It don't matter. I don't want it.
But look though, my last minute topic is President Trump had a press conference today. 1. 2, his press conference. I want to talk about 2 things on this press conference. I think we got 5 more minutes before the show is over, and I know Terry will be happy to talk about these 2 things. The first thing is what he was actually talking about. Let's get into that first. He was saying that he's got a new initiative where he's going to give police more money to do safer policing. He's giving police money to do safer policing, whatever that means. He didn't explain, but behind him, he had about 5 police officers. They all look like they just got off a good hanging. You know what I'm saying? One good old boy to another, looking behind him.
Yeah.
So it was a black guy. It was a ruckus there. I don't know if he was an actual ruckus, but you know
they were holding him hostage. You didn't peep? The cops are holding the president hostage. They was like, tell him what we told you, for we mess you up. Tell them before we beat you down. And Trump was like, hey, we got to give them what they want. They're holding the country hostage.
Yeah. So yeah, your president is supposedly trying to get votes. Do you think this is a tactic to get votes? Do you think this actual memorandum?
4 more years, man.
Do you think it's going to be?
We got to get this guy back in office, y'all.
No,
we got to get him back in office. We got to get him back in.
He still signed it though. My point ain't president, because we not gonna vote for Trump. You already know everybody on this show definitely ain't vote for Trump.
Well, look what we did. Look what he did so far, man. We wouldn't even be this far if it wasn't for Trump, man. He's not the president we wanted. He's the president we needed. He's the one to expose the bigotry of this country. Let's go. We need 4 more years, then we build a new White House.
Oh, you saying you want 4 more for Trump? Oh, no, hell.
Yeah, man, 4 more years, man. Look what he did. It's almost 4 years. Black people about to get civil rights for the first time in 400 years, man. We is close. We is close. We can't mess up a good thing.
You blame you acting like Trump. Trump like, yeah, I did this. Trump ain't do shit. He just happened to be
Trump is doing this, bro. You can't deny, if it wasn't for his racist rhetoric and prejudiced ways, the country would not be in an uproar right now. If it wasn't for his tweets and his ignorance towards the black community, we wouldn't be here.
I guess you got a good point. You got a point, you bastard. And I don't want to give.
Burn it down.
I never want to.
We can burn it all the way down if we get him back in. I'm trying to whisper so they don't cut it off. We got to secretly vote for Trump so that he can destroy America's infrastructure. He's going to sell us to the highest bidder.
Hey, you hear what the voters?
And black people can go free.
You hear what the voters?
I'm going to try to whisper. Don't turn the radio down when I'm speaking. Right? We got to get this guy back in. We've never been this close before. Nah, man, look, Barack didn't even get us this close. You know, I think he's a secret agent for Kanye West.
You think so?
I think Kanye said, hold on. I think Kanye set this shit up in the beginning. I think Kanye was like, hey, man, look, you got to fix it.
Kanye was smart, man. He led us to the punch. He told us, hey, this is who you need to talk to get some shit happening.
Hey, Ye was like, wait till y'all see what happens next. I'm about to show y'all. Wait. And he sat home. He went to church. He was like, God is going to tell you something. And he knew DJ Trump was going to do that, man. We going to get there, bro. When it's all over, Donald Trump going to have cornrows. He's going to be like, y'all know I was down the whole time. I never said nothing wrong about any of you. You know that.
And I'm glad you brought up Trump and his cornrows, because the second point I want to talk about in the interview, which is probably going to be the most talked about, I'm going to get it first. I don't give a shit what nobody say. Is his toupee. Did y'all see that motherfucker flapping around? I don't think y'all seen it. Y'all see his toupee split in half, bro. The thing split in half first, and then the other half was like, it was waving.
I think it was his horns, bro. I think his horns is like sticking out through his toupee, so it doesn't allow it to see. See, if you look underneath, you can see where there's 2 horns protruding, keeping it down. And I think if it's, I don't know if the horns get erect when he says something racist or prejudice. I don't know how they work. But like, I think he was speaking from the heart, so his horns retracted and allowed for his hair to move.
That's hilarious.
That's what happened. That's what happened, bro. His horns retracted.
Hey man, I was taking pictures, man. I was trying to get his hair like splitting in half, bro. It was it's white on one and it's changing color, bro. Look at the back. It looked like it's CG.
You need to pick your afro, daddy. Cause it's flat on one side.
What's wrong with your president? What's wrong?
Trump, if you don't fix your afro. These boys are full, man. Trump gonna come out with a black Afro pic holding that shit down next week. Like, I told y'all I was down.
Hey, that's the point where the whole thing went to the left. You should have broke it to the left.
He tried to turn. He tried to catch the wind. He said, hold on, let me catch the wind.
Hey, we got an incoming call. Hey,
He tried to catch the wind with the hair foil.
Hey, we gonna entertain an incoming call just because. Why not?
Who is it?
Yeah.
You're talking crazy, Randy. The brainwash your ass.
No, man. Look, don't say names on here. You talking about Ruckus? Ruckus ain't brainwashed.
Oh, you talking about my? Nah, man. Listen, Steve. We need to get this guy in.
Hey, listen to this. Trump, we don't need that nigga back in office. Fuck that. And I'm calling him a nigga because that's what he is.
Okay.
All right, that was a very candid statement. Nah, I think you're wrong, Steve. We need look where we at.
And he gonna keep it going as long as we don't come together and everybody go out and vote. We got a lot of people.
That's true.
Vote but want to talk shit behind the scenes. Talk about that we need this change. Y'all ass need to go out and vote.
Mm-hmm. That's real though. Like, and Pac said it too. Pac actually said that. He was like, "Look, we need to go out." Yeah.
Stop talking and go out and vote and get this motherfucker out of the office.
Yeah. Period. Use our power. That's the vote power.
I think we need to keep him in. I don't know, man.
Well, we think
I'm conflicted. I'm starting to like this guy.
Hey, look, we ain't gonna entertain this. This is gonna be a whole hour conversation. We're gonna have an after party after this. Hey, thank y'all. Thank
Trump,
you
man.
for calling
Trump,
in.
baby. Throw them tees up.
You ain't never
Throw
lied.
them tees up.
This is the producer extraordinaire, Black, baby. Y'all don't understand.
Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my man, Black.
Y'all got actual superstars calling in to talk to us. So, hey, y'all shout out to my homie Steve Turner, baby.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Go out and vote. Go out and vote.
Yeah, appreciate you, Nip, Steve.
Y'all heard it from a superstar.
Black power.
Black power.
Yeah, you heard it. You heard it first. Trump 2020. Steve endorsed Donald Trump for president so he can finish what he started. As soon as he hung up, I wanted the Republican uppercut him. You heard what he said.
Hey, y'all, this is a wonderful show. Hey, man.
Yeah.
We had the wonderful Zahra Ali. She was on the show. She's very funny. Y'all check out Instagram.
Yeah, thanks again for checking in.
Emo, send us some money. Zahra Ali is spelled like that at the bottom. Thank y'all for coming out. Terry Dorsey throwing shade all over the place, man. I hope you got it all out. Is there anything you want to say? You want to get anything else out? You good?
I'm trying not to be angry. They said they don't like listening to me when I'm angry, so I'm trying to tap in.
Hey, y'all look at his y'all go to his Facebook and check out his rants, because if you think you don't like him angry, he is hilarious angry, and I love it. And don't come for him. It's like, this is our personal platform, so you know, if you're gonna come for me on my personal platform when I'm trying to talk to my personal people, you know what I'm saying, and you want to put your opinion in that's off of mine, you understanding that what you're doing is you're attacking me. So I'm going on attack mode. So I understand what you said too, because I done got booted off many people's Facebook for thinking that my opinion meant something. And they was like, no.
I just can't believe I haven't been blocked yet. I can't believe I haven't been banned from Facebook or blocked. They just keep tapping my show and messing with the show, and it's just, they messing with me, but they won't just mess with me. You know, I'm like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Zuckerberg can't silence me. Oh, let me shut up. Yes, he can. I'm appreciative that he has not silenced me.
We have not.
He's definitely been doing a good job.
Site yet. Go back to MySpace. We'll go back to MySpace. All right. So look. Hey, what's up?
Let's not forget we have Michi and Steve checking in with all the different gangs from around Chicago they can think of. That was kind of cool. He even brought up the El Rukins.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Much respect.
I should have put it online. Every comment you writing that shit.
Like if you get jumped right now, and you tell the police you got jumped by some El Rukins.
They're gonna be like, "Who
jumped you?" Some El Rukins came out of nowhere.
What did you get jumped in '86?
6 El Rukins and some Mickey Cobras. They came out of Wassos. Ain't no Wassos no more.
Wassos, yeah, it is. They shut it down, or they raided the shit out of Wassos. But they took the sign down and everything. I'm gonna show you pictures. But thank y'all for coming out, man. This has been the Bo&Terry Show, the Tu-Shay'deRadio.
Yes.
Yeah, we presenting us, and you got Terry Dorsey over here, and I'm Robert Kane, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Keep supporting us. We support y'all.
So
movement going. My final thought is keep God first and turn every negative, like my good friend Ill Will say, into a positive. What's your final thoughts, Shay'De?
Actually, I want to be going a different direction and kind of come original, and I want to say keep God first, man, and turn every negative into a positive, man. And like my good friend Ill Will says, you know, that's
stupid.
Seriously though, no, that's exactly right, man. We on the same page with that, man. Be better than you were the day before. That's all we can do.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, thank y'all. We love y'all.
Let's just be better than we were yesterday, y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all, man.
God bless y'all.
Good night.